What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Maniére collaboration with Jordan Brand on the Air Jordan 4 Retro SP in this violet ore colorway. Today's video is sponsored by who else? The good people from Heffalux. Heffalux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which really is the same material you'll find inside Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable insole for anyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffalux for years now, and I find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the highly anticipated latest collaboration between Maniére and Jordan Brand, this time on the Air Jordan 4. Releasing first last week exclusively on Maniére's website, there was a follow-up worldwide release today, November 23rd, which is where I was able to grab my pair. So these retailed for a price of $225 or $290 here in Canada, and the colorway for this shoe is violet ore, medium ash, and black. The story and the campaign behind this sneaker is actually very important. So they state, and I quote, "It's inspired by black and brown leaders changing the world from the heart of their community with purpose, passion, and vision." And this Maniére Air Jordan 4 draws on the promise of the youth to be the catalyst for change. And the last phrase in their official description is very important, and I'll tie into something in the shoe later on which I'll point out. But it states, "This is about where we're going, and the future depends on us all." So moving on, first off, I want to give you guys a quick look at the packaging and the box. So the box comes inside the sleeve, which I'm sure looks familiar. This is done in this translucent finish, and we have the Maniére A, which is found throughout the entire sleeve. And then as for the box itself, so this is a very sturdy, very hard and tough cardboard box, and it's done in this brownish purple colored shade. On the top, we have this Jumpman Flight branding, and on the side of the lid, we have Maniére branding right here. So finally, taking a deep dive into the sneaker, so the upper of these Maniére Air Jordan 4s, this is predominantly constructed out of a very buttery nubuck. So once again, the shade of this nubuck is done in a mix of a brown and purple sort of tone, and depending on the lighting, it really changes how it looks in person. Overlaid on the front toe cap, we have more of that same nubuck, and then the bottom three eyelets weave through the typical Air Jordan 4 lace crown, and this is done in a tonal TPU finish. In between this, we have that signature netting, which is common across all your other Air Jordan 4s. And then next to this, we have that side wing, which is also constructed out of a TPU or plastic, and we have another lace crown at the top for the top three eyelets. Beneath this and next to this, we have more of that same buttery nubuck, and then pressed onto the lateral side towards the heel, we have this metallic stud, and you can see the Maniére A found in the middle. And then stitched onto the back of the shoe, we have your standard Air Jordan 4 back tab. This is done in a black colored TPU, and we have Nike Air branding done in this dark gray color. And then printed on the back of the back tabs, we have these words, which is actually a very famous Michael Jordan quote. So you can see on the back of the right foot, it says, "It's not about the shoes." And then on the back of the left foot, it reads, "It's about where you're going." And this ties back to the campaign's messaging that I talked to you guys about in the beginning of this video. Hanging off the shoe, they also give you this hang tag as well, with both Jordan Brand and Maniére co-branding, which was a nice added touch. And then moving on to the center of the shoe, in terms of laces, so unfortunately these only come with one pair of laces, which I thought was a bit of a missed opportunity. So the standard default lace is done in that tonal brownish purple sort of tone, but I think maybe a black colored lace or a cream colored lace would have been nice additions to this pair. Underneath this, so the tongue is covered in that same netting that we saw earlier on the sides of the shoe, but we have this nubuck overlay towards the top, along with this patch stitched onto the center with Jumpman Flight branding. So the edges of the tongue and the collar of the shoe, this is done in sort of an unfinished look, where you can see the edges of the nubuck itself. And in terms of the inner liner, so both the back of the tongue and the interior liner of the shoe itself, this is done in a quilted fashion, and it's covered in the silky smooth nylon material. And then moving on to the insoles, so these come with a pretty well padded foam lined insole, and it's lined in leather on the top, once again done in that same quilted fashion as the inner collar and the back of the tongue, and we have the square patch stitched onto the heel of the insole. So the upper of these Air Jordan 4s sits atop this polyurethane foam midsole, which is painted in black on the top and this vintage looking yellowed color on the heel. On the heel, we also have this cutaway exposing the Nike Air sole unit that's found within the midsole for cushioning. And then finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, this is your classic Air Jordan 4 outsole, and it's done in a combination of cream colored rubber and violet ore on the top of the toe and the heel. and in the middle we have the Nike logo in black. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair, and for those wondering about sizing, I know there was some concern because I know this inner collar area looks a bit thinner compared to your standard Air Jordan 4, but in reality it's pretty much the same. It's just the finishing on the stitching that looks a little bit different, but in terms of the padding itself, this shoe is actually pretty well padded, so it didn't feel any thinner to me than any other Air Jordan 4 that I own. So with that said, in terms of sizing, I'd stick with your normal Air Jordan 4 size. So if you have narrow or normal width feet, you can stick true to size. And even if you have slightly wide feet, true to size should be okay as well. But if you have really wide feet, you'd probably want to go up a half size. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I wear between a 10 or a 10.5 in Air Jordan 4s, depending on the specific release. I didn't know any better. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me, but they are quite snug. But I feel like they will break in over time and I can deal with the temporary pinky toe discomfort because I'd personally rather deal with this than deal with the extra length, which could cause some heel slippage. But it all comes down to personal preference. If you really don't like that snug fit on the pinky toe, go up a half size. But if you like more of that snug one-to-one fit and you don't like heel slippage, then stick true to size. Moving on to the comfort, so unfortunately these feel like any other Air Jordan 4 for the most part, so they're not going to be that comfortable at all. The Air Jordan 4 I feel like is a pretty clunky and pretty firm shoe underfoot. There's not too much from a softness and step-in comfort perspective, despite the fact that the insole they use on this shoe is pretty well padded. Maybe it's because just Air Jordan 4s in general have a bit more of a narrow toe box, so straight out of the box it's really not that comfortable. But hopefully with time and with wear the nubuck will break in and soften up, and that's what I'm hoping for and looking forward to in the future. Last but not least, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship on this shoe, so this is where I kind of had issues with this release. So first off, from a material quality standpoint, the nubuck used I have to say was really nice. It has this really soft, very buttery feel to it, and you can really see the textures of this nubuck when you run your fingers across it. You can tell it's a genuine good cut of material. But that's pretty much where the good ends with this pair. The overall build and the craftsmanship was pretty poor. And this was very disappointing considering this is a very hyped up collaboration, and add to the fact that the price on the shoe is increased over the standard Air Jordan 4 pricing. So I noticed that there were some pre-creasing on the toe box, there were some glue stains around this midsole area where it connects to the upper, and the overall panel shapes were very inconsistent. Between my left foot and the right foot, they weren't even that symmetrical. And I don't know if you can tell, but it looks a little bit off-centered. And it's kind of hard to explain, but this toe box area right here, it doesn't really line up with the back sole of the shoe. So that was pretty disappointing considering this was 290 Canadian dollars. And it's kind of a sad reflection of the culture when people say to me, you should be grateful that you were able to grab a pair for retail, when this is the type of craftsmanship and quality control that we're getting from Nike. So hopefully you guys got a better pair. Hopefully I just got unlucky, but I've already gotten a few DMs from people showing me the flaws with their pairs, which looked, in pictures at least, to be pretty bad. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. So between Maniére and Jordan Brand, so of course we've gotten the Air Jordan 1, the 2, the 3, and now the 4. And while all 4 are pretty distinct in their own way, they all sort of share that same color combination mix of this violet ore with these cream colored hits. So when it comes to ranking this pair compared to the other 3, I still gotta put the Air Jordan 3 as my number 1. I'm probably gonna put the Air Jordan 1 as my number 2. This one comes in at number 3, and then the Jordan 2 comes in at number 4. To be honest, I didn't love this shoe when I first saw the initial leaks, but they've grown on me throughout the past few months the more I saw them. But now getting them in hand, I still think they're a nice looking shoe, but it's just the poor build and craftsmanship that really turns me off this release. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Maniére Air Jordan 4. How would you rank this one compared to the other 3 past releases? And for those that already got these in hand, did you have any issues with the build and the craftsmanship on your pairs? Or maybe I just got unlucky and got a bad one? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. follow my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.